As I entered room 114 of Clara Barton Elementary School, located on the south side of Chicago, I was greeted by Mr. Jeffrey McLean, room 114's kindergarten teacher. Looking around, I could tell he is a huge proponent of literacy-based learning, so I was certain my inquiry question would involve that in some kind of way. Much to my surprise, my focus started to swerve in a whole new direction when I saw a student's sweater turned inside out. The tag read, "Made in Philippines." And I thought to myself, hey, I was too. I thought it would make a cute picture, so I snapped away. Then later that same day, a student said to me, "You have Chinese eyes. Do you speak Chinese?" He was curious. I saw this as a great opportunity to educate. I smiled and said to him, "I'm not Chinese, I'm Filipino." He nodded, but his eyebrows said, "Filipino? What's that?" Later at home, as I scrolled through my pictures, recollecting on a student's inquiry about my ethnicity and a class discussion about race in my first class at Roosevelt University, that's when it hit me. My research would focus on exposing the students of room 114 to another ethnicity, mine. I went to the library. Initially, I was focusing only on the Filipino culture, but as I was gathering information and material for it, the other countries were calling my name. Konnichiwa, Eliza. Bonjour, mademoiselle. So I took them home too. I investigated into the other ethnic cultures. During my research, in the book Rethinking Schools, I propose that every teaching candidate undergo a rigorous program of ethnic studies. By ethnic studies, I don't mean studying and learning a smorgasbord of ethnic holidays, heroes, and dates. I don't even mean learning styles. I mean a series of courses that look in depth at the history, literature, and culture of particular ethnic groups. The same book also stated, at the very core of teaching is the task of helping students make connections between what they already understand and the new concepts, information, or skills. Scientists of the human mind tell us we can remember very few totally separate items at once, and all learning is a process of somehow associating new information with old. So that was my plan, to immerse the students with information on other ethnicities, but all the while connecting the new information to the old. Before talking about places over there, we had to talk about what's going on here. We worked in depth with maps to give them a sense of what here is. They were very engaged, but had a few misconceptions. But after a few clarifications, I commenced to bring in candy, snacks, books, and music from 5 countries, all the while being mindful to relate the new information to their prior knowledge. Some enjoyed it, some so-so, others not so. But at least now they know. They have an opinion based on exposure and experience. They've danced to the music, they've tasted the food, recognized each country's flags. We've read stories. Some say hello in 3 other languages. It melted my heart when Mr. McLean introduced writing with speech bubbles. In one of the students' work, we found this. Yes, this is a tremendous amount of information, especially for kindergartners, but I never intended to grade this. I wanted to focus on providing the experience with hopes that in the future, as they encounter different cultures inside and outside of the classroom, they can make their own connections and build off of what we did in room 114 and welcome it with open instead of stiff arms. In my plight to experience other cultures, personally and in the classroom, I learned to respect and value the differences among them. Most of all, it allowed me to turn inward and examine my own to appreciate what shapes me and who I truly am as a woman, a daughter, a sister, an auntie, a friend,
get you down.
a student,
Things are moving fast.
an artist,
Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect, your manly pride.
but most of all, an educator.